I just read a rather entertaining article. It's posted on Freedom Outpost, and it was written by Tom Brown. The title: Anti-gun Des Moines County Sheriff Mike Johnstone negligently shoots himself in the hand. Too bad it wasn't in his head. Des Moines County Sheriff Mike Johnstone, who has been well known as an anti-Second Amendment sheriff, has ironically demonstrated why he, not the citizens he serves, should not be carrying a gun. Johnstone shot himself in the hand after he negligently fired a round from his weapon while cleaning it. Sheriff Mike Johnstone sustained a gunshot wound to his left hand as he cleaned his personal handgun at about 11:30 p.m. Wednesday, December the 16th, 2015, according to a statement from the Des Moines County Sheriff's Office. Johnstone was taken to a local emergency room for treatment and later transferred to another facility for treatment by a surgeon who specializes in hand injuries. Johnstone's injury was not life-threatening, the statement said. The Iowa Firearms Coalition noticed the irony of Sheriff Johnstone's negligence and wonders how it will impact renewals to permit carry. Something that is just unconstitutional, for keeping bearing arms is a right, not something you need to ask government for permission to do. The injury comes at a challenging time for the Des Moines County Sheriff's Office, writes the IFC. All across Iowa, thousands of Iowans are renewing their permits to carry, a process which each sheriff has to sign off on. This influx in renewals is creating a backlog of work that has many sheriff offices struggling to keep up. There has been no word yet on whether Sheriff Johnstone's negligent discharge injury will impact renewal times for Des Moines County residents. Of course, there is a healthy dose of irony in all of this. Sheriff Johnstone has criticized the change in Iowa's carry law from may issue to shall issue. 5 years ago, after Iowa Carry, the previous name of the Iowa Firearms Coalition, changed Iowa's carry law, Sheriff Johnstone spoke out several times against the new law. It's a recipe for disaster, Johnstone said, while advocating for more gun-free zones in Des Moines County. 5 years later, there's been no Wild West shootouts or parking lot gun battles, as opponents of shall issue had predicted. I mean, I think it's just ironical that this guy here is such a jack-off that he didn't check to see if his gun's charged or not. The first thing you do when you pick up a handgun is you make sure it's not loaded. As you can see, this weapon's loaded. There's no point in having it if it's not loaded. But before I would clean it, I would do what I just did. I would empty it and put the bullets. See? Empty. But an empty gun is of no use. You think maybe the next time the sheriff comes up for renewal, he might find himself unemployed? I mean, you know, with a bullet through his hand, I don't know if he can function properly as a sheriff. And he obviously needs to take a refresher course as to how to clean a gun. Anyone that picks up a gun and doesn't check to see if it's loaded or not before he cleans it, well, shouldn't have access to one. He could have hurt someone other than himself. Sheriff Johnstone, complete jack-off. That's sort of what I think. I wonder what the citizens that elected this jack-off think. Huh?